Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever you guys are watching from. There's always time to drop the beat. Yes, to all you Lucio players out there, there's loves for you here today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live broadcast of the Overwatch Calvary Club Scrims. Hope you're all doing very fantastic, and I know for sure it is getting hot right now in the wherever you guys are watching from. But one thing for sure, tonight's match is going to be hotter. I'm Cybercat with your play-by-play, here joined by my favorite color caster. It's Megalast. How are you doing there?
Doing just fine, ready to watch some phenomenal play between these two teams we have here tonight, and really just looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Tonight's match, we got Phoenix Rising versus EWP, also known as Earth, Water, and Farah. To both my knowledge, both of these teams are 1-1, so trying to get the win tonight will give them closer to the top spot in their division.
Yes, indeed. And these teams, I mean, they've pretty much, if you've been around the scene of OCC or pretty much just any of the minor tournaments, they have made their names. That you know who they are at this point, and it's always something to look forward to when teams like this come together, when people have reputations to uphold, especially with playoff implications on the line.
That is true. We have playoffs will be coming around here quickly, guys. So I mean, there's gonna be a ton of fun going in there between all divisions between here in the OCC. So getting those spots and getting the top spots basically in the rankings. That's something that every team wants to look for. They want to say, "Hey, we are a team that we can be you don't want to wreck with and all that kind of stuff." I mean, some getting those wins are very important. Gives you the basically where you put yourself on the ladder, and of course, saying, "Hey, this is the team that's going to win season 3." That's
Yeah, of
good.
course. I mean, it's always what it's about, right? You want to win, you want to be the top dog at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And one of these teams is going to walk away with that W. But before we continue, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys are love watching the OCCs, but you're not following, that is a big no-no. Click that follow button, click that notification, and turn those notifications on. You guys will be notified when we go live. Also, you love those emotes and attached. You know what? You can get yourselves the same thing here too. For a subscription of $4.99, you get yourself not only the emotes that you see that goes on during streams, but you're also supporting the channel as well. And then Megaless, we got a Discord channel. Am I correct or am I wrong?
Yes, indeed. We have a lovely, lovely Discord where you can interact with tons of the teams, the players, the coaches, everything. And of course, if you want to do what you see me and Cyber doing, or behind the scenes work that Trippy is doing for us tonight, of course, you can find that in the Discord as well. We're always looking for new people and just kind of making it a really good community for everyone involved.
Absolutely. No matter what rank you are, no matter what you want to do, there's always something for you guys here in the OCC Discord here. Check it out. We're always looking for more producers. We're all looking for more teams and all that kind of stuff. But with that being said, guys, let's get down to our starting lineups between EWP and Phoenix Rising. Let's see who will be representing the starting game here today.
Yes, indeed. On the side of Phoenix Rising, starting out the tank line, we have Kobayashi and Star Lord. And then on DPS, we have Zella, which everyone should already know who that is. Alongside SF Mighty Yenna. And then bringing up the support line, we have Elfie and Paprika, and that rounds out Phoenix Rising for their starting lineup. There are quite a few substitutes in this lobby tonight, so going to see a lot of switching.
Absolutely. You want to get those extra players to come around. You never know. Someone's going to be, they might have plans coming in. That's why you always have those extra players. And then we got EWP starting lineup. Don't we? Do we not?
Yes, indeed. Earthwind and Farah. We're going to be starting out Bad Rep and John Hawks on the tank line, both devastating in their own rights. Then we have Helix, Snake, and Master taking on the DPS roles, of course, the pivotal roles right now. And bringing up our support lines one last time is going to be Up the Chicken and Traffic. And I mean, yeah, they've also got a bunch of subs. It's going to be back and forth between these teams, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling ready for whatever these teams have prepared.
Absolutely. Again, one of these teams is going to walk away with that W here. We have seen both teams in full form, and then, again, they're in the middle. And you know what? That's completely, you know what? That's a good record to have. I wouldn't blame them one bit here, but, one of these teams is going to be popping off here. So the question is going to be is who's going to be walking away? We have seen, I mean, last time I saw Phoenix Rising, they were popping off. Cell going nuts. Paprika, she's getting those bio grenades going. Star Lord just going nuts and all that kind of stuff. But we have seen EWP do very well here too. Still do well. John Hawk on that Saria, what I remember, along with I forgot who it was, but they had a really good DPS lineup. I think their DPS starting lineup was basically just pure on just. I mean, they work together, and so again, they could be doing it here again.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, it also, of course, revolves around what's the most powerful in the game right now. You know, you're seeing a lot of different things develop, a lot of double barriers, some dive potentially, and I think that's going to play against a team like Earth, Wind, and Vara here tonight because they're mainly known for kind of like a Ryan Zarya type of deal with Bad Rep and John Hawks being super aggressive. But our first map is Busan, which we're actually going to be getting into right now, so maybe that'll be a nice little opening for them to show us something besides their Ryan Zarya. Maybe open up with that dive or something akin to that.
Absolutely. I mean, again, any competition can work around here. We're not looking at anything too major. Of course, as always, here in the OCC, it looks like hero bans are not in effect here. So basically, any competition can work out well here. I still like to see a dive being coming around here. Honestly, I remember that's the original competition that basically developed the competition lineups for Overwatch. So I mean, you can see dive, you can see something else, and we've seen a lot of standard Ryan Zarya in most cases, but we have also seen, I believe it was I think it was Phoenix Rising, going off of the Ryan Devo, and it's still a good competition, but one's gonna have more value over the other.
I mean, obviously, and then starting out, especially here on the mecha base, I feel like composition is key. This is a point where you may want to run a little bit more shields if you want to look into that double barrier. Or as we see Mighty Anna hovered over the Mei right now, this is a phenomenal point for it as well. With a lot of choke points, you can easily wall, force teams to kind of deter, go into a way you want them, and just kind of poke and deal a lot of damage regardless of what you're playing.
Absolutely here. But right now we're going to be seeing the Reinhardt battles coming in. We're going to be seeing the differences between the powerful of Zarya and Diva here. Different DPS lineups, but we're going to be seeing the mirror support lineup. So we're going to see which one's going to come around here. I'm excited to see this. Looks like we're going to be starting here right now here. Looks like I think both teams are going steady here, but EWP just pushing just a little bit. Again, Bad Rep wants to make a reputation here. Oh, he's going to be low here. That's very cool that they can get rid of that Reinhardt shield. That's basically what Bush Starlord decides to charge right in. He gets rid of Master. Third keep, what do you do? Witzel backing it up with a pick off of the Reinhardt. A no shield for the side of EWP, but John Hawks is going to get LP here, but King Rise will get first percentage.
Yes, indeed, and I mean, fortunately that just came down to the need for aggression there, and it just wasn't there for the side of Earth, Wind, and Fire, but they're going to be going back into this, and I think they'll have the advantage in this round, unless that happens.
Absolutely, but Stell gets to pick off a Helix Snake here. Usually something you want to see here as engagement. We're just getting ready to begin again for the side of EWP here. But right now, Bad Rep and John Hawk does get the picks here. We do see a nice shadow coming in for Bad Rep here. He actually takes down more all the team here. But picks still need to be coming in. There's all the picks that they need to get. Now EWP will finally get percentage of the point.
Yes, indeed, they'll get after a measly 34% cap for the side of Phoenix Rising, but you know, 34% nothing to scoff at, especially with the ultimates you were able to build. Bad Rep did have to invest the shadow there, nothing else was really going in, as the fight's already starting here on the high ground.
Absolutely, I mean, basically, right now, EWP just get in front of that spawn point. That's basically the main entryway for many teams out there starting this match here. We do see a Nano Blade. Will this be a big Nano Blade? Looks like it's going to start going right now. He does pick out Starlord here. He's still got 3. He's got half the team so far, but Bad Rep decides to get Amani in, and Helix Snake finishes off Kobayashi here. That's a good blade here. You know what? 3 picks. That's better than none.
Not only do you get the 3 picks with the blade to win the fight, but you also force out beat from Elfie, which was used in a feeble attempt to try to save everyone. Too little, too late, unfortunately. But going into this next fight, I mean, Phoenix Rising has built up just a phenomenal bank of ultimates, but still matched on the other side, pretty much only one support away.
It looks like Phoenix Rising is starting going right on the point here. We just see high new from Master. How many does he get? He takes out the support line for the side of Phoenix Rising here. Cell wants to get a Riptide Club, but he only gets Bad Rep. That's not going to be enough for Phoenix Rising to get the point back. So EWP will still hold it strong.
The battle of Qs, it seems as though Earth, Wind, and Fire has decided to win that one. They still have a Graviton online coming in for this next fight, as well as on the other side, there's a Blizzard, which is going to always be impactful, as well as a Fever Bomb almost likely to come online. And I feel like this Blizzard, if it's used early, can win them the fight, but they have to use it early, as they're already at 80% for the side of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Absolutely, time makes it needs to be in their favor at this point here. But another thing here, Zell went to the Creeper here, but there's actually a grab coming from the side of John Hawker. I think it got deflected. Right there because it hit basically on the side of Phoenix Rising. But right now, Cell on that, switching from the pick from the Junkrat to Reaper, gets 2 picks right there. Half the team is down for EWP. This might be their opportunity to go down here. Overtime clicks in, but not for long. as Phoenix Rising actually gets their percentage back on the board. And all it takes is one fight from EWP to win this first point.
Yes, indeed, but also just the lack of ultimates needing to be committed there for the side of Phoenix Rising truly gives them such an advantage now going into these next fights, because all they have to worry about is the Nano Blade, and they should be able to shut it down.
Absolutely, we'll see if that Nano Blade does come in time here, but looks like that won't happen. Actually, no, it could happen right here. We just oh my God, Kabayashi! I thought the EWP was going to take it, but Kabayashi says no. Stay there. You're going to have to respawn here. And it looks like he's going to take the battle against Master. I'm going to say. And Paprika says, get down. Wow, what a bomb.
Absolutely phenomenal bomb, which saved that fight entirely, because it was definitely going to be lost, even without the commitment of the Nano Blade, just the Nano in and of itself. These antis between the two Anas back and forth so far have been massive on both teams, neither really being hated at all.
Oh, we do see the Nano coming in from here. We go to the Nano. No, not a Nano Blade this time. This is going to be a Blade coming in from Helix Blades, and Traffic might have done someone else. But Shadimaniana actually takes down, freezes two people to death here. Kabayashi does get rid of bad rep here. Half the team down is for EWP here. I don't think that's enough for them to actually get the point back. They want to see something here, but I think they're going to have to give Phoenix Rising the first point here. I don't see them. Okay, no, looks like they're going to try to take this point back with only 3 on 6 here. Will that be enough to go around? But you see a shadow from Star-Lord does get rid of, I believe, up the chicken here. Here comes the team. Color comes in long enough. He takes down the point line for Phoenix Rising. Could this be enough for them to actually hold the line here? But looks like we do see Star-Lord chasing now. Oh, he gets it too! That's actually going to be enough for them to actually take the point back. Unless we see Diva versus Mini Diva versus McCree. Will he get it? No, Masters says I doubt this point back. I think EWP might have found a way back in the game.
Yes, indeed. The Lucio contest is going to come in at the very end. These brawls are still going back and forth.
Absolutely, but actually, oh, this is gonna be back. This is back and forth battle between for the point here. This is 99 versus 99% here. But EWP is looking very strong here. Not enough picks coming in for the side of Phoenix Rising, and EWP will take first point on a very close match.
Take cover. Definitely close, 99 to 100 at the very end. And I mean, Master on the McCree truly pulled out the clutch play, being able to kill the sport line, and as well just being on the point and sustaining it out and being able to get the retake. Phenomenal, but that is only one round. And
we do need we gotta pause. We gotta pause. Sorry to interrupt. We need to pause here for just a moment, guys. We lost someone here on the side of Phoenix Rising here, so we do apologize for that. Sorry, sorry to apologize for you, but I saw that. I didn't want them to actually start the game without 5 on 6. You know.
It's perfectly okay. You know, technical issues do exist and persist in this lovely, lovely world. And I mean, it just gives us the time to just really kind of remember and everything that just happened on that last point, because it was definitely close between these two teams.
Absolutely. I mean, just that last percentage there was 99 versus 99%. Someone was going to win it. Phoenix Rising and just EWP looked like they were trying to get us hold as much as they can. Phoenix Rising, Star-Lord came in and just be like, you know what, I'm going to get this here. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to get in. Looks like we're going to get back into the action, ladies and gentlemen. Star-Lord on the side of Phoenix Rising accidentally had a little quick disconnect. He's coming back in, and we're going to be looking like some switches. I believe we're going to see switches of the lineup here. Not lineup, I apologize, of the hero pool. Looks like Star-Lord and Kobayashi are going to go on the double shield, which is going to be quite interesting. You see double shield with Arista Sigma, but you see Sigma Ryan, which I would love to see that be a potential thing to go around. But we'll see if that's going to still be powerful against the current lineup that's going to go in for the side of EWP.
Yes, indeed. As once again, Earthwind and Bar is just going to be running their Ryan Zarya going into the point here. The Nano Blade combo was devastating last time, but I don't know if it's going to be the same result this time around with 2 shields in the way of
Absolutely, we'll see if the double shields will decide Helix Snake to keep going on the Genji, or just have to switch off here. But so far, no picks coming from the side of both teams. They're just hanging around the drums here. Want to get something here, but there's a first pick coming in on John Hogg as he gets rid of Paprika here. Followed by the kill from Master, but actually, they get 2 picks, but they don't get the point here. Phoenix Rising will actually get a small percentage boost over, I mean, they knew looks like they're going to be taking the loss here, but they actually got percentage here, which is actually, I mean, you know what? Take a small percentage start, you know what? That's better than nothing.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you'll take any percentage you can get. It is control rounds where you want to, and I mean, as we saw last round, it really did come down to those last few percent in terms of stalling out and getting people to the point, so you always want to do it. Looking forward into this next fight, there's going to be a Nano online for Traffic on the side of Earthwind and Aura, but meeting it on the other side is going to be almost a shatter and a full essence from LP, and I think that's going to be devastating for Phoenix Rising to take it.
Oh, we do see Kobayashi is coming from what do you call it from? I apologize. LP here, but there's a shatter coming in from Bad Rev. Actually gets rid of half of the team. So the coalescence coming from Phoenix Rising is not going to be enough to actually take the point back. Despite the 2 picks coming from John Hawk, Phoenix Rising is going to have to reset and try this again.
Time to accelerate.
And seeing as it was only taken with the coalescence there from LP, I mean, he didn't dedicate a whole lot, so it's okay, but at the same time, going into this next fight, you need to find some sort of advantage. There's going to be tank ultimates for you to have to work around on the other side, a Deadeye, as well as a Blizzard being built up. I mean, this beat can only cover so much. You can only save yourself one time. It has to be each time.
Absolutely. We do see the traffic going on the Nano on the Grab Rep doesn't get enough here. Here comes a blade coming from Helix here. Gets one, but it gets taken up by Cell. Both teams are down 2-2, so it's still a 4-4 match here. But Cell looks like on that McCree is actually popping when he needs to do. But unfortunately, the other McCree on the other side is taking more of the dominance here. And again, right there, those 3 picks coming in from Master 1342 actually will be shows that he's better over Cell here. With 82% and counting, Phoenix Rising has one more attempt to get some percentage here going.
Yes, indeed. Master proving the name is not for show. The Master of McCree here in this match so far. There's going to have to be a last-second contest here. They should be able to get one teammate, and they're initiating with the Flux.
Absolutely. There's a Flux here. Gets action at the time here. Does get people here, but Cell takes down Deadeye on John Hawk here. So Cell taking down the tank line. Very important pitch right there. There's no tank line to protect the supports and the DPS there. And with that, it looks like Phoenix Rising is going to play it safe. They're going to reset here. I don't blame them one bit. They know for sure their tanks are down. They need a reset when they can.
And obviously, resetting is not that bad for the side of Earthwind and Mara right now. You're at 99%. One fight is all you need. In this next fight, it could be your fight. All that's on the other side is a coalescence. If you can sustain through that, you have a Shatter, a Nano Boost, as well as a Deadeye. I mean, Master's been improving just the raw damage output on the Free is enough. Deadeye is just kind of the cherry on top, if you will.
Yeah, that Nano Boost, he's coming quickly here, but we do see that Nano, good Nano on Bad Rep here. Will he get a good shatter here? Does get nothing right there as I talk about it. High noon from Master. Will he get anything here? Does get Kabayashi here. There's a couple things coming in for EWP. But the charge coming on Star-Lord's good here, and that's actually a beautiful shot from Star-Lord. Actually holding team, but the grenade coming from Traffic says that not enough for him to stay alive. But right now, the picture coming for the side of EWP. Phoenix Rising looking for something here, but I don't think there's nothing that can look right now. We do see Kobayashi switching from the Sigma to the Hammond. Maybe try to stall enough time for the tower to come return in here. But John Hawk actually getting the picks here. Will he stay long enough? No, he will not. So they're just trying to get something here. But now it's overtime initiated for EWP, and it looks like they might get this first map, and they will indeed. First map will go to EWP.
Definitely. Was close on the first round, second round not as close. The old economy just kind of shifted its way in favor of Earthwind and Thara, but I mean, truly is just a showing of how good these teams are knowing to balance the ultimates back and forth. And I think this bomb just truly, I just wonder how it got so many. Like, was the shield broken?
Well, if you notice,
this team could be swinging.
Yeah, no, he was more focused on looking at the picks around. Looked like it was on their side, but unfortunately, he just forgot. The only thing he forgot was he did not look behind him and seeing a Devo bomb right in front of him. But you know what? That's all right. He's got the that's for the side of EWP. He still has a chance here. Now, quickly, what is it, Megalast? Before we continue, I may ask you that the audience noticed something, and as part of I'm going to take full blame on it because I created a lobby. We do need to swap both teams, so the overlay for both is not as bad as it is. So we need to switch both sides quickly, and then we will continue on this match. I do apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how that happened. I thought it was Phoenix Rising versus EWP. I didn't realize it was EWP versus Phoenix Rising. If I knew that, things would have been much simpler, but we're going to take the time here quickly, Last. If you want to quickly swap that over, unless you need time, I can help you out with that.
I'm pretty sure it's a stream layout thing, as I noticed. We trust me, chat. We see you. We are aware of the thing. It's all good in the hood. Technical issues, they happen. Everything's going to be sorted. Everything's going to be a-okay. But moving on to our next map here, if you just want to talk about it while I make sure these teams don't have any substitutions of any kind.
Absolutely. I don't believe any subs are going to come in. we'll find out if they're going to be. Right now, the two things are going to happen here. We're going to make sure there's no subs for you guys, making sure if there's any swaps coming from any from the teams, and making sure that the overlay is correct for you guys here. I do sincerely apologize. I really thought it was Phoenix Rising versus EWP. So that will be swapped around, and we're going to get this done here very, very quickly here. So everything that is going to be set to here, again, sometimes technical difficulties do happen, so we're going to make sure that this does not happen for the rest of the night. This is probably the last technical difficulty we will ever have. So bear with us here, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us here, ladies and gentlemen. We're making sure that this gets done very quick here. So while Make It Last is taking care of that, guys, let's just let's recap here on that map here quickly. If you notice, both sides actually did very well. We did see EWP going for a really good nano blade combination. Looks like they did it very well here. They actually got early in the game here, up the trap, was able to help out with a Helix going on that Dragon Blade for his Genji, for his lovely Genji hero and all that kind of stuff. Gets off the 3 here. Looks like that was very good. And then later on, Phoenix Rising came back in, would try to fight it back after taking the point. When they started their hold here, Kabayashi, just if you notice that play of the game, was able to get that bomb. It was a very perfect bomb. Usually, I would see a Reinhardt try to protect that, and we're thinking, like, how did a Reinhardt miss that? You know what? He did not miss it. He was too busy swinging his hammer like a madman. I mean, how else do you want to play Reinhardt? It's either you're going to try to hold that shield up, hopefully stays up forever, or you just basically just swing around and hopefully get something here. It's going to go back and forth there. But near in the end there, it was a 99 versus 99%, and I kid you not, it was really crazy there. We're not actually. Can you remind that we are not ready here just yet for the chat? We're just talking to the other teams. We got to swap that around here, so we got to quickly do that. But anyway, as we are going to that map, that 99 versus 99% was just going nuts. I mean, I thought it was a back and forth between whose point. It basically was like climbing on the top of the hill, like who's gonna get the last bag of chips right there. I mean, it's like kid you not. I mean, we are basically looking at a team that's like. Both teams are looking at, hey, we got to just go back. We're trying to get the point here. I apologize if I'm not making sense here, but you know what? I'm trying to make sure to keep a conversation going. So bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen here. I'm trying to stall as much time as I can get for Big Glass to swap teams around and all that kind of stuff. Big Glass, are you doing fine? You need any assistance, or are we still good here?
Nope, we are all good. I'm just making sure everything gets corrected because, of course, we want to make sure we are doing the best we can here. But looking forward to our next map here, King's Row. I mean, based on how our 2 points of boost Son went, I'm going to have to give the edge to Earth, Wind, and Fire just because the Reinhardt seems so much more dominant on their side versus the other. And I mean, but at the same time, Phoenix Rising, they're not one to count out or anything in terms of that. And I mean, also just in terms of the stream, we're just making sure it all gets set up. But let us know in the chat right now who you guys are rooting for, whether it's Phoenix Rising or Earth, Wind, and Fire, because 1-0 don't mean nothing in this series. It could still go the entire way.
Absolutely. Even though EWP is up 1-0, they were able to take both maps and not given a chance for Phoenix Rising to do anything here. We were able Phoenix Rising still has a chance. I have seen this team pop off. Cell has done really nuts. Has been nuts. I've seen him done really well. I know he's a really great player. His teammate Maniana here, he's pulled it off here earlier today when he pulled to play the Blizzard coming in on the May on that map. He was able to take down 2 just basically right off the bat. Like, they were frozen. They died right there. They had nothing to do about that here. And, of course, Paprika, she is spicy. I kid you not. Her grenades do very well. She knows how to hit her nano boosts on Star-Lord, who's been a crazy madman here. Of course, he's falling a little bit short here, just a little bit. But you know what? That doesn't say anything. He's still a madman. He's still going to show, hey, we may be down 1. I'm gonna lead my team into battle. We're gonna make sure that he's gonna make sure that happens. Kabayashi, that diva bomb in that first map, that was unbelievable. I've seen diva bombs there. You know what? Standing diva bombs is one thing on a payload or something, but you see a diva bomb right there, looking like that EWP had the advantage. Next thing you know, boom, 4 picks right there. It's crazy. I mean, you never know what diva bombs could do. You never know. You'd be like thinking like, oh, it's gonna be flying up in the air, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, hey guys, look behind you. What? The diva bomb is right there. It's gonna wreck you right there, and it basically did. So far, Phoenix Rising still has potential to keep this game in their favor here. They still got 3 maps to go, and I can believe that they can make up for it. We're still gonna be waiting here just a little bit longer here. Figuring out what the issue is, but we're still trying to get the swap side, so you know for sure EWP is on one side, Phoenix Rising on the other. That again was a small little error. Will be fixed here very shortly here. If you don't mind, actually, Mega Leslie, are you still sure you need any help, or are you sure you'll be okay?
No, we're good to go. We're just making sure one of our teams is ready, as well as fixing the spelling error on.
You have to swap sides.
Okay, I thought it could be done in stream. My apologies. Let me just swap everything.
And then all we gotta do is there we go, guys. All we gotta do is get the name changes correctly, switch the names, and we are set to go. And then soon enough, we'll be starting on the hybrid map of Kings Row, also known as Scrims Row. It's everyone's favorite type of map. I always call it out here. So here we go. We're gonna be swap. We are making our final corrections here. And of course, right now, here's the thing. We're gonna look at Kings Row, Scrims Row. I'm gonna keep it called Scrims Row. I don't care if you guys want to call it Kings Row, Scrims Row, or if you want to say the UK. It's gonna be one name. It's gonna be a name of a hybrid map one way or another. But looking at this map here, there could be a ton of possibilities going around. We did see EWP going off of the EWP going off of the Genji with the Nano and all that kind of stuff. They also had a fairly just the Genji itself. We could be seeing if the Genji is going to be going around. We are seeing the Reinhardt versus Reinhardt battles, but we're seeing one side running the Diva over the Zarya, and both have shown their potential. I mean, a lot of people always love to see a Reinhardt Zarya battle because you know for sure that when you have a Reinhardt that's playing super aggressive, that Zarya has a little bit of time to protect them here. So basically having this combination helping not only protecting the Ryan, but the Zarya can also charge up with her abilities as well. But then you also got Diva that's going to be not only helping maybe some with her defense matrix, but also helping around with any players that flanks around. For example, like the Genji, if he keeps coming in the back line. But I have yet to see him go around. He keeps going to the front, but he's doing very well off of it here. But bombs can always be a factor. Weaken the team's Reinhardt's shield, throw the bomb in there correctly, and you got picks right there. So that's basically what we're seeing back and forth. Again, the tank line battles are very fantastic. The support lineups, even though we've seen Paprika and Traffic going on the Ana, they have done very well off of that. We've seen Elfie and Up the Chicken, I believe, have swapped from different supports. I know for sure that EWP Elfie has been switching from the Lucio to the Mora, which is very good. You know what? I mean, you go back and forth between knowing, you know what, you can drop the beat here like I was talking about earlier in my intro, or just basically just being a DPS Mora. But of course, Up the Chicken has been up on that Lucio, and it's done very well with it. But let's get some word from you last year while we're getting things here going. So, I mean, again, we're looking at Kings Row here, Scrims Row, UK. I could care less. What do you think could happen going on here on the next map here?
I mean, going into the next map, it's obviously, I think it's just going to be the Battle of Aggression once again, and we apologize once again for the delay. It's just a matter of getting everything sorted out. But yeah, I mean, going into this next map, I think it's just going to be Ryan Zarya v Ryan Zarya. Maybe you could try to run double barrier or anything of the sorts. Not entirely sure. It's obviously just going to be back and forth between these two teams, though. I mean, as you saw in that first round of Boost Song going all the way to the 99, but then the second round, Earthwind and Farah did manage to pull away with it, so maybe that's just kind of the sign of their dominance, being able to show and reign as it goes.
Absolutely. Again, just you see a lot of dominance of different competitions, but what competitions do you believe that we have yet to see could do? We have seen people running the Ryan Zarya here. We've also have seen people running around the Genji competition, or maybe just like, you know what, we've yet to see that Echo coming around. We've seen people play Echo, but we haven't yet seen people. We have seen people going on that Echo competition, but one of the competitions I loved seeing at one point was the Pharmacy Echo. It's actually a really interesting combination.
Yes, indeed. Farah Echo, of course, being one of those things where you can either force them to mirror you on it, or force double hit scan to some sort of degree. But of course, at the same time, there's always just different options, different ways to go about things. I mean, yeah, it's always just going to be interesting, especially if teams want to pull up something different, because we always see these standard compositions come through, but, you know, maybe a team can discover the next truly meta-proof composition of double barrier with, like, a Bastion or something of the sorts. We can do anything like that. And, of course, our options are always there.
Absolutely. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the position. We are going to be starting very soon here. We've got all of our situations here. Phoenix Rising will be on the right, and we are seeing EWP on the left, and that is absolute guarantee. We make sure that happened here. We are ready to go here. We will be starting on the hybrid map of Kings Row, Scrims Row, UK. Another map on this planet here. We will be starting it. Competitions could be anywhere here. I want to see things rise and step. I want to say step it up. I want to see them come back from this. They know for sure they might have taken this 2-0 on the first map. They still have a chance to bring it back. I love Phoenix Rising myself. EWP, I love you guys too here. I mean, right now, I love seeing whoever, basically my love says whoever's going to get the first map, after the first map, whoever's got that, I go after the underdog. I kid you not. I love the underdog no matter what you say.
The underdog is always a fun story to root for because it's always somebody with something to prove. But I think both these teams have something to prove here, especially with the playoff implications on the line that we said at the beginning of the match. Both these teams believe to be sitting at 1-1, so getting that extra boost, helping you in the standings any way they can. As we've seen, simply the standings between first and second place going into a playoff scenario could be huge in terms of who you have to face or anything of the sort.
Absolutely here. Now, looking at the preparation for today match here, it looks like EWP will be on the defense here. They're going to be running somewhat competition. The only difference is we're seeing Up the Chicken on the Mercy with Helix on the Ash, which is really not a bad. I mean, basically that's a competition I can deal with. You got the dynamite damage coming in, and Bob could do something. He's always done something, and every game here. We're also seeing on the attack, looks like it's going to be the normal competition here, but we're seeing Kabayashi going to go on that Zarya over Diva. So now, of course the Ash being in play here, it's always something, especially with Up the Chicken damage boosting, getting the one-shot potential going on anybody that is 200 HP. But I mean, really the only person who could fall victim to it is one of the supports, and I'm not sure that LP will ever be in a position to get one shot because it's so hard to put Lucio on those walls. Absolutely. Well, looks like with the map, we are starting this map here into at least 20 seconds in the map here. Everything being steady here. The walls coming in from both Maniana here, but looks like that's a pick from Starlo. That is a very important pick here. Not going to be able to protect his run, and speaking of that, he ain't going to get picked up from Cell here, but Cell just basically just pulling away for, I wouldn't say pulling away here, it was actually putting in the damage he needed to for Phoenix Rising here, and they will actually get this pick here, and with a minute, within the first minute of the game, they will get the payload going.
Yes, indeed. So if you want to see, you want to get those quick offenses as the attacker, just because these maps can kind of typically go into those overtime rounds if you can't get a good defensive ult. So you want as much time in the time bank. As you see now, they're just under 5.5 minutes, starting to push the payload into point B, and I think their aggression is finally starting to show for the side of Phoenix Rising.
Absolutely here. Now, the one thing they have to remember is that they got plenty of time to work with. 5 minutes, basically 5 minutes coming around here. Speaking of the team right now, they're actually putting in the damage going in. Putting in the playstyle. Cell finally getting the triple kill. He was hoping for a quadruple kill going for it. He wants to get that fifth on Helix here. Not going to be able to get it here. Still, with 5 minutes going, they have plenty of time to work with. They've got enough ultimates to work with. Almost 5 ultimates. And EWP's got to look for something.
They have to look for something, but at the same time, look at all of the space that is having to be given away. Pretty much the next fight, even though the payload's not there yet, the fight is going to have to happen here at the end of B, and that's never a position you want to be in. As defenders going into this, they're going to have to try to survive this cascade of ultimates.
Oh, absolutely there, but we see, double shot from both teams. Looks like Bad Rap is going to get the higher offense of that. Zell going for that triple Death Blossom kill off of that. Very beautiful Blossom coming in for him. He gets a 4th kill off of that. He's pushing in. He's getting the damage here. And EWP just not getting anything done here just yet. They got Bob. He can do something here. But yet, he looks like yet to send him in.
I mean, no need to call Bob when you're not able to get the picture you're looking for. Now actually just switching over to the Reaper, potentially trying to be able to deal a little bit more shield front line. And the Graviton comes out early.
Absolutely, we're gonna see the Graviton and the Blizzard coming in for Demon and Kabayashi here. But both sides going back a little bit. Looks like it's gonna be Phoenix Rising holding it very strong here. Cell actually getting the picture, but gets picked off of Helix. And as this fight is going to go into Phoenix Rising's favor, I noticed that Helix Snake had the Bob here, which is quite surprising that he didn't use it before here. But Kabayashi, but despite the Bob being missed here, that could have been very useful. As Kabayashi got 3 picks on top of that, Phoenix Rising is still holding it.
Yes, indeed, pushing into this final point. Bad Rep's going to fall first, and I think this could just be a very quick finish. And
It might be here, but we do see Paprika, actually no, I'm sorry, Traffic gets the grenade here, and that is a good shatter coming in for Starlet, but he gets picked down. Zell, he is going to spice it. What is he doing? Zell gets a triple kill off of that. He's pulling off a bad rep. Oh no! Oh, he does take Mariana, so you know what? That's better than nothing here. But we just see a boom coming from Alfie beside another death loss from Zell, takes off Traffic, and actually with close to 4.5 minutes, Phoenix Rising will get 3 points off of this payload.
Score.
Yes, indeed. To have a time bank that gargantuan, it really just puts the opposing side, Earthwind and Farah, now with such pressure, because not only do they have to complete the map, but they need to set as equally blazing fast time. Otherwise, they're just going to be outmatched in the time bank rounds. So not only are you now forced to complete the map, but you have to do it just as quick as it was done to you. Otherwise, this could spell disaster and a very quick loss of a map.
Pretty much. Basically, the aggression that was coming in from Phoenix Rising, that's kind of like the same aggression you got to see from EWP here. You got to, I mean, with 4.5 minutes that came in from Phoenix Rising, they have to get, they want to match up something similar to it. So the best way to do that is by, despite the competition that's being run for both teams, it's going to have to be, they have to run the same aggression, hoping they get the first pick under a minute and all that kind of stuff. Keep the payload moving, don't stop, don't lose any team fights. If EWP can do, they can basically get close to actually getting the time bank they need.
Yes, indeed. Now, looking towards their offense here, the difference is going to be that Zell is now on the Hanzo instead of the Reaper, which I think might come back to bite him just because of the poke damage. Unless you're getting constant picks, I'm not sure if the Hanzo is going to be able to prevent bad rep from aggressing with John Hawks. But on the offense here, the Hanzo is going to be mirrored, but Damon is now going to be on the Reaper instead. So there's no mate in sight for the offense, which is always going to be a struggle.
Absolutely here. Cell has been a beast tonight here. We'll see if he keeps going on here as he goes on the Hanzo here. Team fights going back and forth. The wall coming from Mariana. Didn't go for what I was hoping for. Hoping to block off the team here. But it looks like there's a pick from both Bryans are down. So it's still a 5-on-5. No shield for both teams. This is going to be the battle of who's stronger without the shield here. And it's showing that EWP said they are stronger without that shield. Demon and John Hogg gets the picks. And like I said earlier, EWP needed to match up the tie bank. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yes, indeed. A quick point A cap. This is what I was kind of fearing with the idea of the Hanzo on defense here, is that it's not going to be able to punish the aggression as much as a Reaper can. Reaper just zones tanks so much that they can't really do anything of the sort. But to have this Hanzo here, the Dragon combo is going to have to be worth it from Zell. Otherwise, it's just going to be a very quick point PK. As Zell's going to pay.
Absolutely, Zell actually gets the pick he needed to. He's getting really close to a strike. He might be using it here, or he might wait for the combination from Kabayashi here. But EWP is just gonna back out just a little. They lost at least 2 people here. They're gonna wait for an actual team fight coming in. But we could see this is gonna be a battle between whose combinations is gonna be stronger.
Yes, indeed, the combos are always going to be massive here. No ultimates have been spent yet, so everyone's kind of building up very close, or they have it. As the fight breaks out here, who's going to break first? Who's going to click that Q button?
Speaking of the picks right there, sorry about that. Kobayashi gets the pick off of Helix here. That's very important. Looks like John High has the shot. Oh, that is a beautiful shot coming from Bad Rep here. He's not putting a bad reputation on that runner. He just gets the picks there. Up the chicken. He may be a Lucio, but he gets the double picks off the side of EWP. And that will be EWP will still be holding payload here. Oh, it looks like they're trying to fight down that Mariana. Obviously gets Mariana, but gets him here long enough here. Now, here in the position, we're looking at almost all ultimates except the Bad Rep Shatter ready to go.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, that's going to be huge for your offense, but on the other side, there's 6 little check marks, which means that there's about to be a cascade of ultimates for the side of Phoenix Rising, and that's the position they want to be in.
Oh, grab, oh my god, we're seeing double grab, double dragon. Who gets them? Healing Snake's got the better with the that loss coming in from Damon here. Oh my goodness. What do you thought? What's your chance of seeing a double dragon, double grab going at the same time, Chad? What is this? This is OCC. Anything happens here.
Yes, indeed. Both beats, both beats come out. Up the Chickens comes out just at the right time to keep his team alive, as well as the added damage from Damon's death possible. Able to secure that point. Starlord's just going in with a shatter for some reason.
but he gets picked off immediately. Exactly. He got the nano boost on him, but he ran in and got picked off right there. EWP is still holding strong here. They could be very close on matching up the tie break that they're hoping for. Like I said earlier, all they have to do is match up the aggression. Exactly what they're doing, and Helix Snakes gets the double picks here. EWP getting very close to either get the better time bank or the less time bank. Either way, if they can equal up time bank, that will be something that this game will go on for quite a long time. You're gonna take it long. I'll take care of you here. We do see a shatter come from Bad Rep, and they will actually. We can see an equal time bank coming in from both sides here. What's the time bank gonna be? Maya gets the pick here. Will we see an equal time bank? Oh my goodness! Actually, by 1 second, we will see 2 minutes. Both teams will have 2 minutes to take the point. My goodness! Wow. What are the odds?
Both of these teams seem to struggle with defense here on King's Row, and now that spells out just extra rounds for us. Which, extra rounds at King's Row, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the universe who minds King's Row, so I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat should be nice and happy about it. We get to see these unrelenting aggression come back once again. I wonder if Zell is going to switch back over to that Reaper, try to punish it a little bit, or if we're going to see this Hanzo try to go for the grab dragon combos once more.
Now, I have to ask you this.
Ready for battle.
Okay, so we know for sure Phoenix Rising has 2 minutes. Do you believe that 1 second can make a huge difference?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's 1 second of scouting. We can agree with that, right?
1 second in this game, like 1 second, we love to say that it matters, but in terms of the time bank scenario, these teams have the same exact time. Like,
absolutely, pretty much.
I think we need a minimum of like 40 seconds for it to be considered an advantage, because that gives you a push, it gives you a fight. And unfortunately, 1 second just doesn't do that.
Well, it could be 1 second of scouting, but that probably won't happen. But we are not going to do something very interesting for Phoenix Rising. They're going to go on that Sombra's Echo with Elfie on that Mercy. This is going to be very quite interesting. We're seeing on the attack here, but we're also going to be seeing Traffic Moon on the Baptiste and the Helix on the Torbjorn. How many Torbjorn hammers and heals does it take for them to win the fight? We're going to find out here soon enough. Stell gets rid of the Torbjorn turn, knowing for sure that turn could be a prompt, if not focus down. Does exactly what he needs to do to take it down. Battle's going around the statue here. Someone's going to get a first pick here. I'm sorry, what do you call it here? Immortality Field coming for the side of EWP is going to go down. The turn's going to go down here again. Turret might be doing some damage, but just not doing enough here. But we do see the defense coming in right now. Damon does take down Starlord here. And right now, you said, Phoenix Rising is backing up here. They know for sure they cannot go down with a 1 here. They don't want to give them any more charge as they need right now.
Looking forward towards this next fight as half the time bank is burnt and Zella gets late stagger picked out. You're going to have Echo Ultimate coming online. The question is, do you want to try to hold it to combo with either a Graviton or EMP, or do you just want to kind of bare bones it, throw it in, and see where it gets you? Meanwhile, on the other side, both support ultimates going to be online, the window as well as the coalescence, and from the Graviton and the Shatter. I mean, there's so much in favor of the defense here, as long as the stagger properly.
We do see a Graviton coming in from Jonghong. It's a good Graviton here, but we are seeing a ton of ultimates coming from both sides here. But so far right now, it's a 4-on-6, 4-on-5 actually for the side of EWP here. And actually, they still might be going here, but not enough here. I lost count who got ultimates what here, but it's still holding strong for EWP. Phoenix Rising, 20 seconds left. They need to get something to here. Otherwise, nothing. We may see them have to do a full hold here on King's Row.
Enemy turret.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, 2 shatters got committed there. One from the Echo, one from Star-Lord. Neither really coming to much of anything. And meanwhile, the Molten Core comes out extremely early. It's going to stop people from pushing the point. It's going to be so hard.
We're seeing the Molten Core. We're seeing a grab here. Nothing going about here. It is still 4-on-4 for both sides. The Bad Rub still destroying the take line for the side of on the side of Phoenix Rising here, and he's taking out half of the team here. He's going nuts here. He's not making a bad reputation. Gets 4 off of that. And of course, Traffic says you're not getting a 6K, my friend here. You may be a Reinhardt, crazy Reinhardt player. You ain't getting here just yet. You see Kabayashi. No, I'm sorry. Kabayashi going on the enemy here, trying to get something here. Bad Rap still holding strong. He gets a shatter and gets on the Star-Lord here, winning the Reinhardt versus Reinhardt battles, and it's coming in for the side of EWP. I don't think Phoenix Rising is going to find a way back in this match.
Not in this map at the very least. So now the full hold has been completed for the side of Earthquake and Bar on their defense. Phoenix Rising, their only hope now is the fuller hold, as some have called it. And just to tie up this map. That's pretty much all they can hope for is the tie.
Absolutely. You know what? If you can take the tie, you know what? You keep the series going. I mean, you got to find a win here. You know what? If you can take the tie, as much as they want the win here, they want to win, and I know they want to do. However, right now, what it's showing, it's just not there just yet. So if you can get the tie here, that gives them another map chance to actually get this in their favor here. So they still have a chance to make it going here. Phoenix Rising might have something coming in maybe in the next half here. We won't know just yet here. We'll see if they decide to go for if they can make a full hold happen here. Again, I know for sure. I was joking earlier that EWP has 1 extra second here, but that does not make any. It could now. I know you say it doesn't make a difference, but to think about it, it's 1 second. It could be that. I mean, that 1 second could make a small difference. I'm not saying it's going to. You never know what could happen here in the game of Overwatch. Anything happens throughout the timing. We've seen full holds. We've seen close calls. I mean, it's like anything could happen.
The ones that it could matter in terms of being able to reach the point and contest at the very end, but in terms of a push, it's not going to matter, and that's always what we like to think about is just getting a full fight out of it. As we're setting up here on the defense, the Reaper's back in play for Zell, which I think is the pick here. You're going to want to punish this aggression, as well as the Torbjorn's out here now, and Elfie on the Mercy just to try to resurrect, because 33.3% is all you have. So every life matters here on the defense.
So we are seeing the DPS lineup where EWP gonna go for a small flank in here. They're gonna distract the front line here. Here we go. Here comes the picks. Here comes the cavalry. They're just running right in here. No chance for Phoenix Rising. EWP looks like they will indeed take this the first half of this game 2-0.
Yes, indeed. But at the same time, it was close on both Busan as well as this map going into extra rounds. So there's nothing to be ashamed of just yet if you're the side of Phoenix Rising. But make this halftime break, you're going to have to recoup, figure out what was going wrong, what those slight fights you lost were, and how to regain those advantages going into the next map.
Pretty much. They have plenty of time to do that here. Again, they may be down 2-0, but Phoenix Rising in potential for a reverse sweep here. We will figure that out if they will manage to do that happen. They got plenty of things to talk about. They've got some looks at what's going on, what they can do, what they shouldn't be doing here. But right now, EWP in the right now 1 game away from winning, of course, the game. But of course, despite going to 4 maps, Phoenix Rising in potential of a reverse sweep. Will we see that happen? We will find out after this break.
Queen, I'm living inside a dream. I'ma go full out. I'ma go full out. I'ma go full out. Sounds alright, feeling so weird. I got you alright, but no way you're here, but no way you're here. I feel like you're when you are. I'm just thinking sometimes, 'cause I like you when you're away. Can see you around, trying to get it down.
double gravitons, double dragons, almost equal time bank. Is this actually OCC? I don't know. You guys answer that for me. Welcome back, everyone, to our OCC scrims tonight of Phoenix Rising. No, I'm sorry, EWP versus Phoenix Rising. This has been game so far. I am against Cybercat with Big Glass here, and I mean this again right now. Phoenix Rising may be down, but they have a chance to pick it up.
Definitely, it's been all but one-sided here in these matches. Of course, the last map of Kings Row, if you did not catch it, it was one barn burner of a map, just going back and forth into the time bank rounds. But unfortunately, Phoenix Rising, they are down that 0-2. It is a reality they have to accept, because if they accept it, then they can move on past it and get even better. So going towards our next map of Junkertown, Phoenix Rising actually has some substitutions coming in. Sniv is going to be taking over the DPS role for, I believe it was Mighty Yenna, and then Chi-Chi is going to be coming in over Elfie, which Elfie's already in the chat saying lovely benched remarks, which, you know, nobody ever wants to be benched, but sometimes it's just your hero pool does not fit the compositions, you know?
Honestly, whether you're being benched or not, as long as you're putting in the effort that you need to for the team, it's better than nothing on that. And also, one thing you got to understand is, even if despite the bench going in here, I'm not trying to be rude on that, but whether you're being benched or not, you always got to know sometimes those swaps could be one or two things. It's either there's a plan that's going to come in for the side of the teams, or it's basically like, you know what? Let's try something else here, a different type of composition here. But I'd like to see if Phoenix Rising has come in here. Reverse sweep could be a potential. All they got to do is basically make it through my favorite map of the escort map of Junkertown here. EWP are still in a great position here. One more game for them to get the win. Of course, we are going to be playing the 4 maps for the map to finish threshold for the standings. But right now, I mean, do you think that both teams might play the same competitions? We've seen EWP going on that earlier, going on that net. Helix playing that Genji has done very well here. Could we see him do that, or could actually something else coming from both teams?
I have an odd feeling that Phoenix Rising's plan going into Junkertown, because it is one of those maps that you don't really ever, regardless of the meta, it's Junkertown. You're going to be seeing a lot of snipers just because of the long sight lines and all of the advantages Sniper has on that map. And I feel like that's kind of the play for Phoenix Rising right now. That's the point of bringing Sniv in, as we already see, you know, we've seen some Hanzo come out from Zell already before, and it could just be a nice Widowmaker to back him up. Or they could be planning something else. You know, this is also the map where the pirate ship got its name, putting Bastion on the cart with some shields and seeing how far the little Bastion can go. And it's made it so much easier, especially with heroes coming into the game that weren't there when Pirate Ship first came about, such as Baptiste, Brig, with her changes coming through, making her a lot more sustainable for healing, as well as just kind of on an aid. And there's just so many options.
Absolutely, I like to see the Widowmaker battles. We've yet to see that here. We've seen Hanzo battles. We've seen one-on-one battles between both teams here. Now we could be seeing that Widow coming in play here. We do see Helix, known for the Genji he's been playing earlier, and he's going to be going on that Widowmaker. So he gets him put down some pressure against the other team. We do see up the chicken on the Senora. Very interesting situation. Suggestion for the support speed. You know what? Senora is always a great hero to look around if they don't expect it. We've seen double shields coming in for Starlord Kibayashi. Sniv wants to try to play the sniper game, but on the Ashe instead. We'll see if that's going to be in benefit. Paprika, Chi-Chi going to go on that Ana and Brig here. We'll see if those support lines are going to help support both teams here. And here we go. We're starting the map here. Both sniper battles are going to be commencing between Sniv and Helix Snake here. I bet he wants to just both battles. And speaking of the battles, I apologize. Steve wins it here. Says Sniv, you may be a partial sniper, but you are not worthy enough against me. Gets the pick off of there, and that right there. Despite that pick here, the payload may be still going around. The battle is still going around payload, I apologize. But actually, never mind, you know, picks are going in for the side of EWP. These Rising are going to hold off just a little bit. They're going to...
Yes, indeed. And I mean, while Sniv is over the Ashe, as much as I love Ashe, without a Mercy damage boost, you're going to be outclassed by Widow pretty much every time. As Zell comes out on the Widow themselves and decides, you know what, I'm going to take it straight to Helix and shut it down right then.
Absolutely, that was the pick right there. Zell says step down. He's going to get that here. Goes for the jump pick here, but tries to get it for a jump pick, but does not. So now the pressures are going for the side of EWP here. They lost their sniper here. Now they got to deal with another one. potential though. I would say a sniper and a half here. You got Sniv and Cell here going on the second place here, but the payload is still moving. Now we will see if the sniper battles could commence here. Both of them looks like might be going for both teams, but we're going to do one. Double shots from both teams here, but it looks like it's going to go on the side for maybe EWP. No, actually, you know, I don't know. Both teams are down 1-4 here. It looks like the Phoenix Rising will be taking it here. 3-on-3 here. 2-on-2. 2-on-2. The battle can still go around here, but it looks like Game is going to take down that Reaper, and EWP will hold it strong.
Definitely, but it's holding on by the skin of their teeth as their supports were the first ones to go down in that fight, and you never, like, sure, you can always say it's a 4v4 fight, but if you're the one that loses your supports, you're always going to be on the back foot. To be able to overcome that, though, for the side of the first one, I mean, you're truly showing how much power you can show, and going into this next fight, I think the scrap down could be massive as there's no support on the other side that can deny it.
Absolutely here. Now we are seeing the Cell knows where that other Widowmaker wants to see around here. Up the chicken on that Transcendence here. That is a good Transcendence. I hope he can keep going alive here. But Bob trying to do something. He does do something. Look what's going on. Cell winning the battle on the Widow battle again here. And right now, Deep Fire is just holding it here strong. I mean, is it holding it? They're getting the payload going here. Actually, there's no one on the payload. If they're getting picks, but where's that payload going? Nowhere. If no one's going to get on it. And they're okay. Here we go. Starlord gets to pick off traffic, and now the payload could get the first point.
Yes. Stall here as Damon comes in, but actually, wait, the Graviton's applied with the Blossom.
Could this be good? Actually, nope. Actually, he does get it. It looked like they were about to get it, but just a last second from Damon, the Graviton and Death Blossom coming from the side of EWP holds it here. Now, Phoenix Rising has 1 minute left here. They got 3 ultimates ready to go. Would that be enough for them to keep going as Bad Rabbits does take down the DPS lineup with a double fire strike kill?
Yes, indeed. And it's truly just such a great hold that they have going into this next fight now. But at the same time, there's a lot of ultimates to worry about, even with the DPS switching of Zell over to May and Sniv onto the Pharah. Interesting pick on the Pharah, I guess, realizing there's no counter on the other side, but at the same time, there's no mercy to really help you. So if you take a lot of damage, it's not an instant heal, but Sniv does go pick on David to start.
Absolutely, that's the pick right there. Again, there's no counters for the side of EWB except for Ana, but you know what? She's got to focus on the team instead. You see it now on Bad Rep. Here comes Charlotte trying to win that for her battle here, but does not. Bad Rep gets it down. Sniv takes down another other part of the DPS side here. Here comes a Nano. Will this be a good Nano actually to keep this team going here? It will not. John Hawk is not a fair account, but you know what? Gets down that ferry here. It is still an even match between both teams here, but I think the Cavalry's going to come in from the side of EWP, and I think it might happen here. David gets 2 picks off the half the team right there. Overtime is in effect here. Will there be enough time for EWP? No, Phoenix Rising is trying to get back and keep these going. I don't think so. Alien Snake's going to fix it here. Sniv tries to hold as long as he can, but it's going to get picked off very shortly. I would assume, yes, he did. And right there, just getting so close to the first point. Phoenix Rising has to hold another situation again, the whole full point.
Score.
And to get held there at that point of Junkertown, they did almost cap it, but unfortunately, there was that fight where Damon came back in on the Reaper, combined with the Graviton, and just was able to clean it up at the very last second. But to not even complete first point in Junkertown, it's going to be hard to hold. But at the same time, it's just been proven that it is holdable. So there's nothing to worry about. But at the same time, all the pressure's on you if you're Phoenix Rising right now.
Any situation is completely possible. It's like we've seen it last week at one point. I think it was Phoenix Rising. They had 5 minutes. I forgot who it was. One team, I forgot the teams. It had 5 minutes to hold full hold on Anubis here, and they were able to pull that off. In this situation, it is literally possible. Any situation is possible. The only question is this: 1, make sure the competition you're running is a competition the other team can't manage around, and 2, making sure that your ult economies are coming to, and making sure that the communication are still a factor. That's always a thing, but the competition is always key to make this full hold going here. We are seeing Phoenix Rising still going to go on that double shield here. Cell's going to decide to go on that Junkrat with the Sniv on the May, along with the Anna and Bree. We're going to be seeing the competition I was talking about earlier here. That is the pharmacy with Echo. We will see if that will help them get this point faster than we would see it from King's Row here. We will see if that will be the case here. So the pharmacy is going to take effect here on the payload here. excuse me, sorry, I'm sugar funny. Up the chicken trying to keep things going here. But we do see Cell and Battle going on the opposite side of both teams here. They're down 5 on, but now here's Snake here. Actually getting the backline, putting some pressure here. They have no counter against the Sparrow. Now Cell's gonna come back to the defense side on that soldier to actually counter here. But right now, EWP is holding it. That pharmacy with the Echo is actually really strong for them.
Indeed, now they're just kind of surging forward, and Bay's going to be the last one to fall in the car. And no clear answer to this pharmacy. Sure, a soldier can do all he would like, unless Zell gets very lucky. There's too much in the air for him to take down by himself. Looking to this next fight, the barrage is going to come online. Their only hope is Star-Lord building a shatter. And it's still just looking so insurmountable for Phoenix Rising right now.
Right now, Phoenix Rising, as much as they're trying to get the picks here, they need to actually, at one point someone pointed out, and I would agree with you too, they need to regroup here, but that's not going to happen. Oh my god, Healer Snake doesn't get any picks here. Actually, no, he does. Bad rap and actually gets some of the picks here, but EWP just wiping the heck out of him here. I don't think Phoenix Rising is going to hold here. EWP will take this map. They will, of course, take the game, but we're still going for a map 4, and yeah, we still got a map 4 going in, even though EWP has the win.
I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire finally showing how dominant they can be, following it up with just the unsurmountable offense. I mean, it's just been truly a blessing to see how good these players are and how much they've been able to prove themselves in any fight that they can win. Especially, I mean, they've won fights where they're down people. They've won fights where they're like 2v6. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it shows the grit that this team has.
Absolutely here. Now, looking at the teams right now, Phoenix Rising may be down, but you know what? They can come back. They can come to this next fight. They can get this map and say, you know what? We may have lost, but we're not going to go down without a map win here. And that's what you want to do. Map differentials is still a very important factor here in the OCC, as of course in the Overwatch League. But of course, we're not Overwatch League. We're here OCC. So now we're going to be going to our 4th map, which is a slow map of Volskaya Industries here. Both teams, again, right now, EWP, they are right now going to be going through, of course, 2-1. They still want to show that, hey, we may be right now winning, but we want to show we can definitely win here. And exactly that's what they want to do on Focus. They want to do that here in the map 4 of Volskaya Industries here. Phoenix Rising, honestly, I think the one thing that they need to do is when they see something, they just got to stop, reset it, and just try again.
Yes, indeed, as everyone is, it's always that kind of mental state of at least take the last map, prove that you can have something going into it. Or at the same time, if you truly feel you were dominant as Earth, Wind, and Fire, you don't have to try on this map. You can just go in and just play something dumb and just kind of let yourself breathe and have fun after securing the win.
I would agree.
Options are there.
Absolutely. I would agree too, honestly. I mean, you know what? If you're in a situation like, you win, you know what? Try something that you always want to try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you know what? You know for sure what it can prove and not improve. There's a lot of teams out there. I know a lot of games out there where people are like, you know what? They're in a situation where they're playing a 4 series map. They get the 3-0, and you know what? The last map, like, you know what? Despite this map, let's try something that we can work on. Like, if they want to work on a competition that they know for sure that 1, it could be very useful in the future, or 2, that needs to be worked on. If they go against a certain competition, they can work on it. And exactly that, I would do that if I was EWP here. Now, if I'm correct here, we do got a couple swaps coming from both teams here. We are seeing Sniv and swapping out for Mariana. Elfie is going to come back in. Elfie's going to come back in for Pat Breakup. We're also seeing Fight the Bean coming in here too, guys. And then Brick, and I don't know which Brick we would talk about, but we are seeing Brick coming in. He's probably going to be going on that main tank role, I believe here. So we'll see. I believe I've yet to see Brick. I think I don't know if it's his first game or he's probably been on the sidelines for quite a while. Finally get his chance to play.
Definitely, and these are the kind of situations you want to get those players to get some time, just because, winning or playing against teams in scrims is one thing, but to have an actual match or anything, it's a different presence. It always gets those experience under their belts, so it's just something nice to see. We're just making sure everyone's in the right positions here before we load up Volskaya Industries, and yeah.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing that we always look up here is the compositions. We've always seen both teams. We've seen the compositions been run by both teams. It's always been the standard Reinhardt with basically a chance of between Saria, Diva, and of course Sigma here. We've yet to see any different take lineup switches here. We've seen the DPS and the supports switching up their hero pools, trying to work things around here. But so far, EWP has been doing that, and they've done very successful. They've actually done of course, not long ago, they've done a pharmacy with the Echo here. They've run very well on the Genji. They've won well with the Mei and Reaper. They've actually got a flexible hero pool here. Also, for the same for Phoenix Rising, know for sure that Cell is just doing his very best, actually doing whatever heroes he can to help the team here. He's been a very key player for Phoenix Rising. Just he's got what he's doing what he needs to do. Just the other part is just not there. I kind of feel bad for him, but you know what? He's still showing that he's a really great player, and that's why he's been in this lineup basically all the games so far.
Definitely. And hopefully everyone in the chat is hyped because Elfie is returning to the field, of course, and I know there was a lot of hype for Elfie earlier, as well as everyone just kind of being hyped because a lot of players finally getting to play and all that fun stuff. It's always nice. It's one of those just nostalgia, relaxing type of deals where everybody is just like, yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah, we will definitely for sure. We will be seeing what we will see on this last map. Phoenix Rising still wants to walk away with a map win, and I don't blame them one bit. They'll do whatever it takes to get there. EWP just gonna sit back, relax, hopefully try to get a hold on their side here. They were able to do that for quite the maps here. I mean, they were able to get holds. They were able to get the pushes they needed to here. They've been doing that all night here. We'll see if they can do that on this final map of Paskaya. Of course, it's going to all depend on the competition is going to run. If they want to run something cheesy, they want to run something they want to work on, or they just run the standard and just go from there.
Yes, indeed. And I think this is also just something that needs to be pointed out is of the lineup that was played tonight, there's only 2 of the other members from Earth, Wind, and Fire's earlier lineups that are still in right now. So always nice to see just the bench getting flexed. And I mean, at the same time, if the bench comes out here and wins while it seems Phoenix Rising is still trying, that should say something to the power that lies on your bench as well, to be able to come in here and take a map off of a team that's trying their hardest.
Absolutely. I mean, again, the more flexibility can come around for many of the players, you know what, it gives them a chance to play with. I mean, that's one of the most important things to look at. Getting as many swaps as you can, and a scrim and all that kind of stuff. Giving players not only a chance to play, but also making sure that whatever they're doing on their side of professionalism, making sure they can improve on that. And that's exactly what EWP is here doing. Looks like most of the big swaps have been coming off from EWP here, and looks like this is a very interesting setup. We've got a Orisa Hammond. He's going to be wrecking balling around here. We've still seen Helix and Fight Beam. They're going to be going on that Ashe and Junkrat with Vladimir and Trap going to go on the Anamura. Quite interesting. And then we're going to be seeing maybe something cheesy for Phoenix Rising. They're going to go with the Bastion, I would say the bunker, attacking bunker with a Symmetra.
I mean, so you can just teleport the Bastion in, the rain fire that the Bastion can do. At the same time, there's stuff to deal with on the other side. Brick seeming to move everyone away from the teleporter, actually.
Yep. He's got the information for the team here, but looks like Brick's assist is denying this man. Yeah, they had the conversations right. They had the setup here, but Brick said, "Sit the hell down. You are not getting on that payload Bastion here." And right now, he's putting the pressure. He's putting it against Phoenix Rising here. Despite no picks from just yet, but the picks are coming in for EWP here. And Phoenix Rising just slowly pushing back just a little bit here. And Brick just putting in pressure. Oh, he's got a minefield? We only had less than a minute of the game. He's got a minefield? What?
Not only does he have a minefield, which used to kill Starlord, get the stagger pick going, and now Zell already swapped off of the Symmetra over to the McCree to say, you know what, I'll just do it myself, and Mighty end up going over to the Mei. Now, I wonder if they'll keep Elfie on the Baptiste simply for the amplification matrix, which is now online, or if they'll decide to give it up and switch to whatever support they would rather.
We'll see if the window's gonna ultimate window is gonna happen here. I'd like to see something come around Phoenix Rising, they do really need something here. They've been struggling a little bit. Cell putting pressure, but not enough just yet. We'll see if he does anything here. We are seeing Cell stepped on the job, but not sleeping long for this long. Here comes Bob. Will he do something here? Maybe he will. Fight the beat, gets the pick here, along with MLP, getting Kabayashi out of the server here. And right now, Phoenix Rising is not able to get going here just yet. They're just going to have to reset it.
And what's really devastating for the side of Phoenix Rising right now, these defenses are each being won with one ultimate each for this drive fight. This is another stagger onto the GG spawn. But that is an early pick. Helix does go down, so this could be the opportunity for Phoenix to finally roll in the point.
Absolutely. Phoenix Rising has the spawn advantage here. Will this be their... Is this their open window that they needed here too? Hoping, speaking of windows, that LP does bring in the ultimate coming from Baptiste. But we do see a good shadow coming in for Starboard here. A double Riptide coming in for Fight the Beat here. But will that be enough to actually hold the point here? He's taking the higher ground like Obi-Wan Kenobi would, but you know what? He ain't gonna go down here. He's gonna go down, try to take the fight here. Gets picked off here. Brick gonna hold it just a little bit longer here. How long will we stay alive? Nope, not really going enough to get keep it going here. Phoenix Rising finally get some momentum going here. They will take the first point, and EWP is just gonna hold that.
Yes, indeed, that first point is capped, puts an extra 3 minutes onto the clock, which is always nice to see. But for the defense here, another minefield for Brick, as well as the supercharger coming online. That's probably going to help Helix Sync build up to a Bob rather quickly. He's still holding onto his amplification matrix. Not really needing it at the same time, but finally being dedicated here to set up the fight.
Here comes the window for the side of Phoenix Rising. Will that be enough to actually keep things going? EWP is going to back up. They know for sure as that window has arrived. They don't want to take the extra time. Here comes Brick with a minefield. The only way to get to the point is through a minefield. Will there be any defense ultimates coming from the side of Phoenix Rising to defend it? No, they will not. They're just going to have to wait it out. Stell gets the pick off of Brick. That's the pick that they want to see. This could be their opportunity here. They got less than 10 seconds before that hamster comes wrecking ball in and backing like crazy here. But there's time for Phoenix Rising here. Here comes the graviton from Kabayashi here. Here's picks. High Noon coming in for Stell. Will he get anything? Yes, he will. He will get pick off the Moria. Chi-Chi's going to try to res that Hammond here. We do see Vlad fight the beat. He's going to get that Riptide. Gets nothing as the Immortality Field. Protect the team to keep it going alive here. Half the percentage is going in for Phoenix Rising. Here comes his Shatter from Starlight. Get something here. Bob, will you do something? Maybe he will. Maybe he will not here. He's going to fight that Ryan Shield here, but will he stay alive long enough? Nope. Mine is not going to let him stay alive here just yet. ML, but he tried to stay alive with the shield, but not just yet here. Actually keep himself going here. He's back and forth going in and out of the point, and he's holding strong here. Here comes Mania on that double death blossom clip here, and we do see a switch from Brick going off that I'll call it Sigma. Triple kill coming in from Cell, and Phoenix Rising will take first point.
Team kill.
They do finally take it. 2 minutes 39 to their time bank, which is always a nice healthy thing to have on 2 CP maps because extra rounds are pretty much always a must. It's just how the game mode goes. It sometimes drives people up the wall, but it's just the world we live in. Now moving to their offense here, though, I'd be interested to see what is run for both teams. I mean, Phoenix Rising, what they just ran on attack just really wouldn't fit a defense, but at the same time, the defensive McCree can kind of just carry you through whatever you want to play. And Brick, if you want to go back onto that wrecking ball, I would be interested, to say the least, to see how that's going to turn out for you.
I wouldn't blame him one bit if he chose that. If he chose the wrecking ball. If you looked at it, it took him less than a minute to actually get the first minefield. The pressure coming in, picking off the Cell on that bashing in the first pick, and then coming in just spreading damage, booping them away, slamming them down, wrecking balling in like crazy, and gets the in less than a minute again gets the minefield. So if he goes off of that, I wouldn't blame him one bit here. But we are going to be seeing Helix going back on that Genji. Will we see some actually he was doing well with the nano blades earlier. We might see him doing here on this last map here. We are seeing Cell gonna go on that star, but maybe believing that they're gonna be running that Hammond. They don't want to deal with that Hammond because just from how quick he gets his minefields, last thing they want to do is deal with, and exactly that's what they're gonna do with. But what's interesting is EWP are gonna run double off tanks, no main tanks for them right now.
I mean, yeah, definitely the wrecking ball can kind of thread the line between being an off and main tank. A lot of people would consider it one way or another. Why would they run the Baptiste with this though is my wonder, just because it's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of diveable here, or dive goes right in. With Baptiste, can't really get a lot of value out of his healing on the solo target. He works better when everyone's in the group, and no one's really going to be grouped him.
It's going to be very different. That's going to be a very interesting question here. I mean, Baptiste works as a standing healer on the side. Trying to go around with the D.Va to the Genji, and then of course right now Brick just switching to the Sigma here. We'll see if that's going to be anything here. Looks like there's going to be a shield coming in now for the side of EWP here. They're just slowly picking it here. Maniana holding the defense, gets the back off of MLP, but the picks are coming in for EWP here. The changes looks like, I don't know if the change from Brick actually helped a lot here, but right now, just EWP just getting here. Something got missed from Phoenix Rising that gave EWP this first point.
Someone to tuck you in. Thank you.
Absolutely, they just kind of fell apart one by one, and now with about 2 minutes 45 seconds on the clock, they're going to be capping it at the 3 minutes to that. And I mean, the faster they cap, the better, because of those new 2C rules that came a few patches back. Everyone gets boiled down to 2 minutes if they're over 2 minutes. If both teams are over 2 minutes, so if they can finish with like 5 minutes left in the bank, that's going to put them at such a huge advantage going into overtime.
Now we do see the LP going on that window here, just right at the point here. Now here's something I'm looking at here, and we are seeing double DPS ultimates ready for EWP. We could see that Nano Blade coming in for EWP. I want to see if that's going to be a big pick. If that play, it's going to help EWP get this point here. Hopefully that's going to come here very shortly, I would assume. So right now the window has been dismissed from LP here. Now Phoenix Rising back onto the standing, just a standard defense side here. I bet they're waiting to step that up and want to get this Nano Blade going. I assume they want to get it very nice. Here we go. We see the Nano Blade. Will he get anything right here? That immortality is going to save LP for a time being. But he gets nothing right there. Cell says, you may have a Nano Blade. You're not going to do anything. High noon from Cell. Will he get any here just yet? Double bomb coming from MLP here. It's still anyone's fight right here. It's still a 3-on-4 for this in advantage for EWP here. Looks like Brick got maybe someone on that on the ultimate here. I apologize here. Probably gonna get nothing going right there. But I'm gonna skip back here as Fight the Beam does get the pick off his money, and that's a very important pick to stop the keep the tanks going alive here. But Cell, just like, you know what? I gotta switch from the McCree to the Tracer to hold this point alive. He's doing whatever he needs to do to keep this team going. He is there's a reason why he's on this team, and he is showing it here tonight. He gets the pick off of Fight the Beam here, and right now I think Phoenix Rising has found their way back in here. And they will. There's a double pick coming in, taking out the dance line for EWP here. Phoenix Rising just was able to find the way thanks to Cell going off of the Tracer to stall it long enough for Phoenix Rising to hold it.
And I mean, truly, you gotta be regretting it if you're Earthwind and Bar that push, just because you invested so much into it just to get not even a single tick of progress. Now your time bank is, you were looking chill, you had 5.5 minutes, also in your 3.5 minutes, nothing to show for it. You almost go back up to your Nano though for Vladimir over there, and then the Riptire as well can always be devastating, but Zella on this Tracer really cleaning up, as well as having the Pulse Bomb online, could decide to start fighting.
Yeah, Tracer's got one of the fastest ultimate charges going around here. Just quite a damage here, but you know what? If you can hit your targets right, Cell can do something here. Here comes a bomb coming from Cell. Gets nothing. He must have missed just a little bit. That's alright. He has another chance to get that bomb here going just again. The defense is still holding strong for Phoenix Rising as they go on the left. The fight is on the other side of the point here. Here's a Riptire. Here's my favorite ultimate of the game here. Will he get anything here? Will he get something? He does! He gets 2 off of that. He gets Kabayashi and LP here. And Helix Snakes coming to follow up with the pick-off style. But that goes half of the team here. Cell is still holding it here. They're just not being able to find a way to stop this madman. He had a pulse bomb earlier. He wants to make it up here right now. He is still holding strong, but Fight the Beast says, you had enough. Sit down here. Now, if you notice that the time bank is now in Phoenix Rising's favor here. Right now, it's less than 2.5 minutes for EWP to actually get anything. But actually, here comes a down for Phoenix Rising. They might be able to hold this point again. And exactly that's what looks like there's going for. But MLP just staying on the point. He's just holding it here. No one's actually getting. What is he doing? I can't tell if he's fighting here or just stalling. But I think he wants a reset, but he's going to do it differently. Oh no, they're going to stagger. Oh, they did not stagger. Looks like Cell says, stop it. Get out of here. And 2 minutes left for EWP to take this point.
I mean, once again, that's just a whole nother minute and a half that gets burned off your clock. Ultimates or not. But now you're in a better position. Felix Snake goes over to the McCree to help deal with Zella on this Tracer before any picks can come through. Hopefully we can get it shut down. We have the Gravitic Plus combo, actually with the self-destruct here could be definitely vital in their win here, as well as the beat to try to live through the shadow that Starlord has.
Absolutely. We'll see if any of these common EWP is going to hold them strong here. There's the pick coming from Cell. Helix wanted to take down the tricks, but Travis says no here. Bomb from MLP does not get anything here just yet, but the pressure is coming from EWP here. Picks are coming in, but looks like they might be able to get going. They're going to get something going here. But here's the thing though, if Cell can catch the point, he might be another partial pressure for EWP. A bit of flux coming in here. I don't see him getting anything here yet. We do see Chi-Chi going to hit that sound barrier, protecting at least two, not including himself, with 1 year. 1 minute left, going for a chance for EWP. Nice shatter coming from Starlight you see here, and Cell just getting picks here. He has that ball pump, but does not need here just yet. MLP just trying to stagger that payload here. At this point, I would see them just trying to stagger this Diva here. So as long as they stagger this Diva, the better for them to get going, and they will not. No stagger for them just yet. Almost 30 seconds. EMP's got at least one more chance to get going, and Brick will go on that famous hammer.
Yes, indeed. And at this point, you're looking just a touch, but your 5-minute time bank is burnt out. You lose ultimate after ultimate, nothing for gain. MOP making a late talk to the Zarya, very questionable, seeing as you have to get to the point as well as try to build energy. Graviton very slow charging, so I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. You have every other ultimate online though, so maybe you can try to make something work with that. The tire, and you're opening with the Deadeye.
Absolutely, Brick was trying to get the backline to get sneaky, but doesn't get. But the Kabayashi did not work here. Here comes a grab coming in from Kabayashi. Gets 1 or 2 here, but Fight the Bane says gets rid of Chi-Chi and Cell gets rid of Helix here. Here comes a Death Blossom from Mariana. Gets rid of the Zarya and the Ana, and right now Kingsfire has in their favor here. And looks like Brick just swinging around, wrecking the ball and on the ground here, but actually Starlord just stops him down here, but that's not stopping him just yet. LC decides to get rid of him of EMP. Beast Rising may be lost the game, but they came in as they finally finished their 4th game strong and gets the win.
Yes, indeed, they took the last map with pride, definitely being able to shut down push after push, even when they didn't have the ultimate advantage. Kobayashi on the Zarya here, you're getting to see the play. It's always something special to see when a Zarya can actually capitalize on her own Graviton just from the sheer energy she has.
Absolutely, that's plenty of energy there, plenty of damage going in right there. Oof, that was deadly right there. But you can just tell, like, the more you put the more damage coming from the Zarya, the push pressure that's going to come in. Try to get rid of her, but of course her damage just adds up as it comes around here. But in this case scenario, good defense coming from Phoenix Rising. Even though they fall to EWP 3-1, it was still a good game here going on, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, it was a phenomenal match between these two teams. Let's get some love for both of them. But Earthwind and Vara take the victory 3-1, and they think they're pretty proud of themselves looking forward into the future. I mean, this is the match that they definitely needed to win, and they came in with style.
Absolutely, though. Now, of course, with the playoffs coming in, that kind of gives them a bit of a boost here, showing them the team that they want to show that they are superior in their division here. Of course, there's only 4 teams, including themselves there. They still want to show, you know what? It doesn't matter how many teams there is. They want to show their dominance going in here. Of course, GG's to both teams here. We're going to get down to our last part of the segment of the stream here. It is our MVP of the game. Who do you believe would be Nicholas?
I'm going to have to give it to Bad Rep on the Reinhardt for the side of Earthwind and Vara. Truly just aggressing, showing how powerful that W key can really be, especially when you have a team that backs you up. You get the bubbles from your Zarya as well as just the support, and you can truly go ham on a Reinhardt. It's something a lot of Reinhardt mains always want, always yearn for in their comp games, and Bad Rep, you repped it well tonight.
I would agree with that here. Unfortunately, for my pick for my MVP, I'm gonna have to stay. I know this is despite them losing it. Cell for Phoenix Rising, I have to give my shout. First off, his hero pool is fantastic. First off, you see him on the Widowmaker, to the Hanzo, to the Reaper, to the Tracer, to the McCree. He's got more hero pool flexibility than I see from someone else out there. But you can just notice he's putting in the pressure he always has done. Or I messed up. He had a bastion earlier too. Didn't get anything here just yet. But he had more flexibility. Not only had a flexibility, but he also puts the pressure he needs to do. He puts the damage he needs to do. He makes sure whatever the team is planning, he's right there ready to go. That guy is, I love that guy right there. He's got the flexibility. He's got the damage. He's got the plays. He does it so well. Unfortunately, despite the loss, he still pulled it together to keep the games going here. My MVP is going to be for Cell. But that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Again, If you're watching but not following, how dare you? Click that follow, click the notifications, click it on. You will be notified when we go live here. And also remember that we do have our Discord here. So if you want to check out more of the Overwatch OCC scrims here, whether you want to be a player, coach, producer, we need more, anything like that, there's always something for you. But I want to give a big shout out to our producer, Trippy, here for hosting that. Thank you, Trippy, so much, man. You're doing an awesome job here. I know you're going to keep doing well things here. But that's going to do it, you guys. I'm Cybercat.
And I've been Megalas.
And we'll see you all next time.